From unpaid parking tickets and taxes to shoplifting, and even if they commit serious crimes, they are immune from being arrested or prosecuted. Who are they? Diplomats. Yes, diplomats who have diplomatic immunity under international law, which protects them from being questioned for their alleged crimes in their host country. But is it a shield for fair diplomacy or a loophole for crime? Recent events have put this principle under scrutiny yet again. Last year, in August, a 5-year-old student was reportedly sexually assaulted twice by a class 12th student in South Delhi on the school bus. The accused is the son of a Kenyan diplomat posted in New Delhi. A case was registered on September 18 under the BNS and the POSCO Act at South Delhi's Greater Kailash police station. Even though the crime is serious, the police have not taken any action because of the diplomatic immunity shielding this Kenyan diplomat. Sources said that last week, the Indian Ministry of External Affairs requested Kenya to remove the diplomatic immunity of a diplomat's son accused of assaulting a minor. But why can't the accused be prosecuted without Kenya's approval? Why can't India prosecute the diplomat's son directly? Diplomatic immunity puts officials from overseas above the law of the country in which they live. Is the system open to abuse? Let's break it down. Diplomatic immunity is an ancient concept that dates back to Greek and Roman civilization, built on mutual respect between nations. It originated from the need to protect messengers who were carrying important messages between the rulers. Whether to declare war, negotiate peace, or discuss key national matters, the core idea was simple. Messengers should not fear for their lives while delivering important information. So, fast forward to 1961, the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations came into existence to formally establish diplomatic immunity. It ensured that diplomats and their families were shielded from local laws stating that a diplomatic agent shall enjoy immunity from the criminal jurisdiction of the receiving state. The purpose of this immunity was to allow diplomats to carry out their duties without fear of arrest or prosecution. Because by protecting them from legal action, diplomats can negotiate sensitive issues and represent their country's interest without the risk of political retaliation. So, what does this immunity cover? From everyday rules to serious crimes, diplomats often just can't be touched by local authorities of the host country. As stated in the Article 27, 31, 34, and 36 of VCDR, diplomats are immune from the criminal and civil jurisdiction of the host country. They are not required to give evidences as witnesses. They are also exempt from taxes and custom duties. Even the diplomatic pouches, ranging from locked briefcase to a large sealed crate, are completely off limits for inspection, no matter what's inside. These pouches are meant to carry sensitive government documents that cannot be searched or seized. But many cases have shown in the past that they can also be used for more sinister purposes, from smuggling weapons and drugs to stolen art and even human remains. Take 2020 Kerala gold smuggling case. Customs official in Kerala seized a diplomatic package addressed to the UAE consulate in Thiruvananthapuram. The package contained 30 kilograms of smuggled gold. This case raised a major question. Did Indian authorities have the right to inspect a diplomatic consignment? Supreme Court of India is reviewing the case, focusing on whether diplomatic bags are truly inviolable under international law, even if used for criminal activities. Another question that arises is that do all diplomats enjoy diplomatic immunity? Yes, the answer is yes. The VCDR 1961 streamlined the diplomatic ranks into three categories, which are ambassadors and heads of mission, envoys and ministers plenipotentiary, charges d'affaires accredited to the foreign ministers. And can diplomatic immunity be revoked? Yes, but only by the diplomat's home country. Neither the diplomat nor the host country can revoke it. If a diplomat commits a serious offense, the host country's only option is to declare them persona non grata, which means a diplomat is no longer welcome in the host country and he is usually expelled. Country uses this status for misconduct, security threats, or as retaliation in diplomatic disputes. Recently, a number of high profile cases have emerged where countries have declared diplomats PNG, indicating how international relations can quickly shift. Take Russia, for example, often uses the persona non grata status as a diplomatic tool to assert its position and push back against action it sees as threat to its national interests. For example, in September 2023, Russia expelled two US diplomats, claiming their activities violated diplomatic norms. In July 2024, it declared a Romanian diplomat PNG, seen as a response to Romania expelling a Russian diplomat earlier. This tit for tat response again underlines the strained relations between the two nations, with diplomatic accusations falling between them. It shows how PNG cases often have wider geopolitical implications. Moreover, prosecutions can only happen if their home country waives immunity, something that rarely occurs. That said, history shows that countries rarely revoke diplomatic immunity, even in high profile cases. A recent example is the October 2024 controversy between Canada and India. The Canadian government accused India's High Commissioner and five other diplomats of being involved in a criminal conspiracy involving homicide and extortion against India's critiques in Canada. Despite the serious allegations, diplomatic immunity protected them from legal action. Canada expelled the diplomats, but prosecution can only happen if India chooses to waive their immunity, which was an extremely unlikely move. So, moreover, throughout history, cases of diplomats abusing their immunity have caused many international outrages. It was 2015 when Saudi Arabian diplomat Majid Hassan Ashur, accused of raping two Nepalese women, left India without facing trial. Ashur invoked diplomatic immunity to seamlessly escape the wheels of justice. But this is not all. Diplomats also misuse immunity in more quotidian ways. For instance, UN representatives and other diplomats owed $50 million in New York City parking fines and $190 million in unpaid London tolls. The US Embassy alone racked up $14.6 million. Diplomatic immunity was created to protect foreign officials and help countries work together peacefully. But over time, it has been misused, from avoiding parking fines to escaping punishment for even serious crimes. So it raises an important question. Should diplomatic immunity be absolute, or does it need limits to prevent abuse?